Okay, Likutei Moharan, Teriyud Aleph. So we said this in Bachana. One time we're going in a ship, and we saw that bird that was standing up to its ankles in water, and his head reached the heavens. So we said that this talks about that the dibur is the conduit between a person, which is here is euphemistically called mime, meaning that the person is created from a combination of mime elyonim and mime tachtonim. And the Torah, which is called Shemai, right? And this enables, it says, Kayat Kasule, that stands up to its ankles. This denotes the people who are in a low madrega, that it shines to him how to do tshuva. And Rabbi Bachana continues, and we said the water here are not deep, means that one cannot attain an illuminating dibur when the covered is really perfect. The person should be by himself with absolutely nothing. And he won't take any cover for himself. And through this, the cover, the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, will be b'shleimus. Zeu les maya, there's no water. In other words, since we said that water refers to a person, it says les maya, this les maya means there's no person. In other words, that a person should hold himself to be nothing. Shalom yachzik atzmoi la'ayin. Amrina les maya, we came to the point that there's no water, there's no person. And we wanted to go down. What it's alluded to is Lashon Shiflos. Hainu Yos Shofel Ve'onah. In other words, we wanted to lower ourselves, so we Zorchet to Shiflos, which will enable us, which will enable us to attain the illuminating dibur. However, unfortunately, it was le'akur nafshin. It says this les maya, this no person, was actually for the purpose of le'akur nafshin, to chill ourselves. What is alluded to is this le'akur. I will cherish a person more than gold. He says, actually, Lakur Nafshin means we wanted to be an honor, but it was to make ourselves important. Lakur Nafshin means to be covered vikar. So that we should have vikar, that our nefesh will be precious, will be held very, very good. In other words, that anova, the real purpose of this anova was vanity. In order to be honored and to be considered important. Because being that people know the great, how really, despised is vanity and vainness, and that's why they're humble. They're really humble. They really want to be appreciated in this through the anova. What they really want is they want to be gaivadik and to be on top of people. But being that they know that gaiva is that's not the coin of the realm. Anybody's gaivadik, the people look down on him. So so what they would say, and if they'll take cover, people will look at them, bizarre. So they behave outwardly like they're great anovim. They don't take any cover of themselves. That's poverty. I mean, that's humbleness, which is really the epitome of vanity. In Satmar, in America, they have some very, very sharp retorts. So one of the things that they have, and it says, "Mach sich nicht azoi klein, du bist azoi groß." Don't make yourself so small. You're not that great.
Yeah. Can't get the break club.
The true anova is when a person is anov because he's bottled to Hashem and he wants the cover of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to be complete. We're ready to get down, to be, low and humble. So people should think highly of us. That for this we should be precious and special. The gaiva is very despised. There's a very famous person. There's a very famous story about in one town there was a Talmid Chacham that was a very famous anov. Everybody knows a big anov. He would stand by the schwitz, and he would hold a bunch of these reeds. They used to to hit the people so the schwitz would come out. And ask anybody, you want me to Nobody wanted to use him. He was Talmid Chacham, I wanted to use him.
Yeah.
And he went around like all broken down and like, why nobody wants to use me and this. And like this it went for a while. And one day a Choske Chosed came and he looked at him and he says, "You come with me." So he came with him. He says, "I want you to hit me." So go ahead, and he says, "That's you call hitting? Harder, what's wrong with you? Go ahead, what are you, lazy, just go ahead." B'kitzu, the guy kept. So the guy couldn't, this Talmid Chacham couldn't, it just exploded. "Because I'm an anov, maybe you speak to me like this." Yeah, and it's to make the skin red and to get the toxins out. It's smack. You call that smacking? Smack! Because I'm an anov, you're supposed to abuse me? What's wrong with you? Came a Baskel and says, "Don't come down here." Kemach says, "Don't come." He says, "Lo techot," in other words, don't bring yourself down. Don't bring yourself down for the purpose, for which you actually put yourself down. In order to endear yourself. The Baskel warned them they shouldn't be humble in order to be considered important. This animus is the epitome of vanity. And the Baskel continued. Here fell an axe to a woodworker 7 years ago and still didn't reach the earth. The Baskel let them know the very root of vanity, so they should distance themselves from it to the nth degree. שלא יחותו לאחד, that she wouldn't come down here in order, שלא יהיה נביאים בשביל גדלוס. Don't be humble in order to aggrandize yourself. כאמר חז"ל, מאוד מאוד בשפל רוח. You have to be very, very low by yourself. In other words, to the very end. היינו שהודיע להם שהגדלוס, the vanity, the splendor, הוא מנפילס היספרוס והגב של הקדוש ברוך הוא. When people are vain, when people are prideful, this is from the pride and glory of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that has fallen. The pride and glory of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the kaviyachol, the garment, that's the covering of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. K'mo shekosu, as it is said, Hashem malach Yus Lavish, Hashem has reigned. Yus Lavish, he has worn pride. In other words, and that levush that fell into the chitzonium, into the klippos. And this is the thing that gives the people the koyach to be prideful. This is why the guy was called, and the reason why pride is called the levush, the garment of Kodesh Baruch Hu. Because the Kodesh Baruch Hu by himself is not shaykh to have any guide and godless. It's shtus. But the Kodesh Baruch Hu wears the God. He masks himself. He cloaks himself with gav and pride for his creations. V'zei noflo, the noflo that fell, chatzina. Chatzina means the levush, b'chinas levush. K'mo shekosov. It is said in Tehillim, Shlo milo kapo koitzer v'chitzno me'amer, that a reaper has not filled his fist, with wheats. V'chitzno, and his garment me'amer, the one who's taking the wheat. The way they used to do it in those days is they would hold the garment up and they would put, So he says v'chitzno means his garment. So you see that chitz is a union of garment. The noflo chatzino, that the garment fell. He says, who is chitzno? Chitzno means the edges of his beged. That's why chatzino alludes to beged and levush. Bal nagro, woodworker. זה הקדוש ברוך הוא. כמו שכוסוב, המקרב במים אל יוסף. הקדוש ברוך הוא made the upper water like a ceiling, which is בשמיים. They're like an attic that is beyond, above the land. כמאמר, דסבס קייס הסתר רבי שמעון בן חנניה, אלוקיכם נגו הוא. What your deity is a carpenter. Since it is said, that fences, that stores the waters in the attic. So it's like, because in those days the ceilings, the way they used to make them is they used to put beams, right? Yeah. And then they put the floor on top of that. What is beam in Hebrew? In Lashon Kodesh is kaira, right? It's kaira. So Hamekara means the one who puts down beams. Okay. So the beams are wood. So she said, what? He's a woodworker. He's a carpenter. That he attics the water and he creates a ceiling to put the water out. What? He's a woodworker. Since we see by Kodesh Baruch Hu a union of kiviyachol woodworker, so it says Bar Nagro. The woodworker, when it's over here, is alludes to Kodesh Baruch Hu. The noflo, the chatzino, the levush of a Kodesh Baruch Hu, of the garment of the Bar Nagro, since the godless falls, the godless is a result of the falling down of the God of Kodesh Baruch Hu. So when a person is prideful, it's like he's taken away from the Kovod Kodesh Baruch Hu. So the Kovod Kodesh Baruch Hu is not complete. So that's why a person has to stay away from Kovod to the very nth degree. And from the fall of this Levush that fell to the Chitzonim, to the Klippas, this brought about the Gadlus. Shehu B'chinas Sheva Batei Akum. This is the 7 houses of Avodah Zarah. And this is the cause of the exile of Am Yisrael from their land. Chazal said, Lo galu Yisrael ad she'avdu b'Sheva Batei Akum. The Am Yisrael went out of Eretz Yisrael. They were exiled from Eretz Yisrael after they worshipped in Eretz Yisrael 7 kinds of Avodah Zarah. In other words, he said they actually 7. He says they went out until 7 families of kings. Din Avodah Zarah Eretz Yisrael. Then they were exiled because Gaiva is Avodah Zarah. Because anybody who is prideful he's like Din Avodah Zarah. He's like serving Avodah Zarah. The Gemara said in the cycle. And the Gaiva also brings to Avodah Zarah. Gaiva brings to Avodah Zarah. So the Gaiva, they came to Avodah Zarah. This is the thing that caused the Golos from Eretz Yisrael. That's why the Avodah Zarah is called B'Shul Tiferes. Moshe Kosu, it is said about the people that make statues for Avodah Zarah. Ketiferes Odom Hashem's Bayis. Like a form of a person that is supposed to be situated at home and not to move from its place. And so you see in this pasuk that the Avodah Zarah is rooted in the term Tiferes, glory. The Avodah Zarah shul gadlus u'nefilas isparusoi. It's the result of the falling down of the pride of Kodesh Baruch Hu. V'zeh ha'sheva shnim, those 7 years, zeh b'chinas gadlus, shu b'chinas sheva te'avodah zarah kanal. Those 7 years that we're talking about is vanity, which is the 7 houses of Avodah Zarah. V'zeh v'lomati le'areh, still didn't reach the earth. I know. It is because of this particular Aveira, we still did not return to our land. Because this is this Aveira, this sin, Shua Gadlus, which is vanity, that it makes a person as if he's an idol worshipper. Because they had Gadlus of shit, which is Avodah Zarah, and also the din Avodah Zarah. This is the thing that caused us to be exiled from our land. And not only this, but and because this is the reason why we haven't still come back to our land. Everything is through this Avera of Gadlus. It's an aspect of Avodah Zarah. Don't say it because there's a lot of water. I know. Don't say don't say that we didn't reach, we didn't get back to Eretz Yisrael. Because there's a lot of water. What do I mean? Because the goyim are very powerful. There's a lot of them. That's the reason why we didn't come back. Because the goyim are called many. And not only they're called many, they're called, plentiful of water. It says, this is said in Shir Hashirim. Many waters, great waters cannot lash out the fire, they cannot lash out love. Rashi says, many waters, great waters. Rashi says, these are the nations. And don't say that's because of the nations, they don't let us go back to Eretz Yisrael. That's the reason why we didn't come back to Eretz Yisrael. Because the water, because the the current is very strong. You know, the מים הרוידפים, the מים are chasing, because the water are chasing. What does it mean? שהם רוידפים אחר כובד, that people are chasing after כובד, שבחינס מים. The kavod is also called, water is also euphemistically a euphemism for kavod. בבחינת אל, כל הכובד ירים השם על מים רבים. You see, כל הכובד, the kavod is a kavod בבחינת מים. That's why water elutes the kavod. על ידי זה הם יכולים להגיע ולחזור את ישראל. That's the reason why we can't get back to Israel. היינו לרדיפת הכובד והגדלות, because people chase pride, and to be considered great. The main reason why the Gulf, is so long. And we get back to our country. It's only because of the sin of chasing pride and self-aggrandizement. All this is what the Baskol told them. Godel Bizoy Gadlus, the real, how bad and how despised, vanity is. That the essence, like the crux of the Galus is because of that. Why did the Baskol told them that? They should stay away from Gadlus to the nth degree. Then the Kavod HaKadosh Baruch Hu is perfectly the way it's supposed to be. Then you achieve the illuminating speech. This is the bird that we're talking about. To be continued tomorrow.